this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Pressure has a way of revealing what remains steady. In the latest Nissan campaign, the Nissan Rogue was tested to the extreme to demonstrate that it's built to last through durability and reliability challenges inspired by real tests conducted by Nissan engineers. Brutal potholes, a steady force of water, even a jet-powered sandstorm. Each challenge inviting a deeper look at how quality, durability, and reliability hold their ground in real-world conditions. Every test was 100% real. No CG, no AI. To see how the Rogue held up, visit Nissan-durability.com.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's DJ Envy from The Breakfast Club. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hyped right now. I'm getting ready to hit the red carpet tonight with my guy, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and the cast for the premiere of Star's new series, Fightland. This one's a family crime drama mixed with boxing, real pressure, real revenge, all in and out of the ring. I'm excited to see it first on that red carpet, and trust me, you're gonna want in on this too. Fightland drops July 31st only on Stars. Again, you're gonna want to see this. Fightland drops July 31st only on Stars.
Hey, Portlandia fans.
Carrie Brownstein and Fred Armisen here.
The dream of the 90s is alive in podcast form.
We're launching Podlandia, AO Rewatch, our brand new podcast where we revisit every episode of Portlandia together, breaking down sketches, going deep on our iconic characters, and pulling back the curtain on how it all got made.
And we'll also be joined by the people who helped bring it all to life. Guest stars, collaborators, and friends, including director Jonathan Kreisel, the mayor himself, Kyle MacLachlan, legendary musician Amy Mann, and many more.
Kyle is going for it here. You fully improvised not just words, but a song.
Well, I thought you were all going to write a song.
I remember you thinking that. Listen to Podlandia, AO Rewatch on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, fam? I'm sports journalist Ari Chambers.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sam J.
And we're the hosts of Everyone Watches Women's Sports, a new podcast from Together and iHeart Women's Sports.
We're breaking down the biggest headlines.
Naomi Osaka showing out.
Shout out to you, Naomi.
The viral moments.
I've been obsessed with Krishan Rock's boxing journey. She looks good. Her combos are swift.
And the stories everyone's talking about across women's sports.
Because everyone watches women's sports. Listen to Everyone Watches Women's Sports
on the iHeartRadio app,
Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Black Mother Wound Podcast, a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio, where we center the stories of Black women as we heal from the painful relationships with our mothers. Welcome to the Black Mother Wound Podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Arnice. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Listen, I hope y'all have been taking good care of yourselves. It has been so busy, so many things happening over here, so much to share. So, I'm just going to jump right in. This past weekend, we had the first ever Black Mother Wound live podcast here in Charlotte, and I am still on a high from that Saturday afternoon spent with 25 of the most amazing and incredible women. Baby, we had church and then we had the club after church, all wrapped up in one. I'm going to have it as an episode so you all will get to hear it. I might break it down into two parts. I'm not quite sure yet. Still working with my production team to get all of the footage and audio and all that stuff together. So that episode will be coming soon. But I just want to thank all of the ladies who came out. When I had this idea, I was like, well, I'll do it in Charlotte. And I guess, if I have, listeners and, community members in the local area, they'll come out, And I said, okay. And I was like, maybe I can get about 10 or 11 people to come. That was it. Come Saturday, I knew I had sold out the space because I got like a really small, intimate space. Wait, so y'all, this I'm going to have as a video podcast too. It's going to be audio and video because y'all need to see it. And you're going to see it on my socials once it gets all cut up. But, so I didn't have like, I wasn't selling a lot of tickets, right? But when I got there, and everybody, once we all got there, and I asked where, raise your hand if you're from Charlotte, I just expected everybody's hand to go up. Okay? I expected everybody's hand to go up. But I think like 3 hands went up. I'm like, why are they not participating? Why aren't they answering my question? But then I said, well, if you're not from Charlotte, where are you from? And they started to rattle off the places that they came from. They came from Atlanta. They came from St. Louis. They came from Tennessee. I think somebody came from D.C. I had someone come from New York, and the lady she brought with her came from Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia, came from the Middle East. Ma'am, I was so taken aback. And I'm going to put this on Kay. Kay, I know you listening. Kay said, Jennifer, please stop acting shocked. Please stop acting like you don't know what you're doing. Please stop it. It's getting low-key annoying. Okay, Kay, I hear you. But I've never done an in-person event before. And when I'm recording this podcast, or if I'm doing a YouTube video or talking on Instagram, all these years, it's just me and the microphone in a room by myself. And I don't think I have a good frame of reference of like what's happening. But y'all showed me so much love, and I needed it. Because I didn't think people would like travel to come and see me, and I know that all of that is mother wound related. It's like people going out of their way, people prioritizing me, people, considering me, like all of those things I didn't get from my family. I didn't get those things growing up. When I was younger, I didn't have those kinds of friends. So I've just kind of, that wasn't my reality. And I didn't even really think anything was wrong with it because there wasn't anything else. But y'all have showed me that there's something else. And thank you so, so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words afterwards. Thank you for the hug, the encouragement, the affirmation, all of it. I really, really appreciate y'all so much. Okay. And secondly, I want to thank my crew who came and helped me put this whole thing together. And I couldn't have done it without them. Well, I would have done something, but it wouldn't have been what y'all are going to see. It would have been a mishmash of shit. Okay. Again, I'm used to doing everything on my own. I'm used to having an idea and executing it to the best of my ability, but by myself. And Amber, Keisha, listen, Amber and Keisha, these are my friends. These are like my in real life friends. The way they were able to just keep me out of some of that loop so I'm not greeting people at the door, which is what I would have done. I would have been like, y'all are coming to my house, open the front door, I'm cooking the food, I'm sitting everybody down, I'm taking your shoes, I'm doing all the things. And when I was planning this with Amber is now production. I don't even know if she's going to listen to this episode. But baby, my friends are tea. Okay, they some bad bitches. That's all I got to say. But she was like, no, Jennifer, the brand, there has to be distance between you and them. And, we'll, introduce you and you come out and you need to focus on what, you do best. Your focus shouldn't be the administrative things. And she helped me so much. She mothered me in that moment. Even though she's younger than me, the way she spoke into me during that initial meeting of getting all this set up allowed me to see myself differently, allowed me to see this work differently. I know y'all tired of me like, bitch, you don't get it yet. No, I don't. I still don't get it. I'm a little like, what is it I'm supposed to be getting? But I get it kind of a little bit sometimes. So that was just amazing. And they were the arms and the legs of everything. They got all the people in, they got people situated. I am just so excited that they took the time out of their busy schedules to come and help me. I just don't even know what else to say. Okay. And I also had another friend come and help. His name shall remain nameless, but he was also very instrumental in getting the room set up and helping out and taking time out of his day. That meant so much to me because I was like, wow, you gonna come help me too? Like, y'all don't get how much I do by myself, how I'm not good at asking for help, and not even letting people know what's going on that I might even need help. So I have come a long way. And I will say the caliber of friends that I have now, the relationships that I am building and have built now, that I have nurtured and that have nurtured me, baby, I don't even know what them hoes was that I was fucking with before. I don't even know what was going on before. I really had a low regard for myself. I have to sit back and admit that, like, wow, I didn't know what a friend was. I didn't grow up with friends. I didn't grow up with, a friend as a mother, but not even as her being my friend. Because, black people love to say, I'm not one of your love friends. I didn't grow up with a caring, supportive system. So my expectation was like a raisin. Now it's like a grape. Okay. It is juicy and sweet and I love it. But yes. Okay. Ode to the Live podcast. That was what we had going on this past weekend. It was phenomenal. What else is going on? Listen, I started driving Uber, y'all. This is now, if you also follow my YouTube channel, I made a video about it last week on my very first day. And it's so funny how easily that just slipped out of my mouth because I was like, oh no, I have to drive Uber. What am I going to do? And I really had to get over myself. I'm probably still getting over myself because I have been in this community. I'm going to tell you what it is. No, fuck all that, what I was about to say. The internet and social media, at least the way my algorithm is set up, everybody's algorithm is not set up this way. But if you're an entrepreneur and you work online, right, you do anything, on your phone or your computer, and that's how you make your money. Social media will make you think that having a job is cringe. Like, oh, you have to go back to work. You had to work for somebody. Like, no, I make $100,000 a day selling my courses. And I let a lot of that influence me. And true, I don't like working for folks. But I've had a project management job the whole time that I've been doing this podcast, the whole time I've been doing this work, through it all, that has been the stabilizing factor behind everything. It is what has kept the lights on and made everything possible. It is what has allowed me to experiment with different things in this community and invest in courses and coaching and VAs and all those things when I wasn't making money, and people probably thought I was making money. My project management job was footing the bill. Okay. The project management was the sugar daddy. Okay. So I think I let some of that get in my head, and my job ended at the end of March. And I really haven't been coaching. I'm burned out of coaching. You know why I burned out of coaching? Because y'all motherfuckers don't listen. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, maybe it's not all I'm going to say. Knowing what, I know what y'all need to do. And when y'all get on that call and I'm telling you what you need to do and you like, yes. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then we come back in the next call and you didn't do none of the shit that you were supposed to do. And I'm like, why did you spend your money? Why are we sitting up on this phone? And some people wouldn't even care. They're like, well, I'm going to get my check from them and they can do whatever they want to do. But it's really frustrating to me, right? And I also, I don't like repeating myself because I've told y'all what y'all should be doing. And what I find is many of y'all want a quick fix, and you don't want to have to burn down the house you live in because you've been there for so long, but the shit is dilapidated. It's already fallen down. But you trying to figure out, how can I save what I have? And I'm like, what you have is the problem.
What's up, fam? I'm sports journalist Ari Chambers.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sam J.
And we're the hosts of Everyone Watches Women's Sports, a new podcast from Together and iHeart Women's Sports.
Because let's be real, women's sports is giving us way too much to talk about these days.
So Kelsey Findler, she became the first female solo rower to go from California to Hawaii.
My first thought is just like, what's up with the snacks? Like, what are we eating?
The highlights, the rivalries, the breakout stars, the moments that take over your entire timeline.
And the conversations that start during the game and somehow keep going all week, every week. We're breaking down the biggest stories across women's sports.
Naomi Osaka showing out. She beat Sabalenka.
Shout out to you, Naomi.
You get the palm, Naomi. You get the palm
for that. Because we're not just interested in what happened. We're interested in why everyone's talking about it. Because everyone watches women's sports. Listen to Everyone Watches Women's Sports
on the iHeartRadio app,
Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Portlandia fans.
Carrie Brownstein and Fred Armisen here.
You know us, or rather, you know them. Tony and Candace, Nina and Lance, Spike, and yes, the chicken.
We've played a lot of iconic characters over the years, but today we're showing up as ourselves to tell you about Podlandia, AO Rewatch, our brand new podcast.
Each week, we'll revisit an episode of Portlandia from the very beginning, breaking down the sketches, exploring the backstories of our most iconic characters, revisiting the Portland locations you know and love, and opening up about our creative process.
How did any of this get made? Why do we think that was a good idea? We're ready to talk about it.
And we'll also be joined by the people who helped bring it all to life. Guest stars, collaborators, and friends, including director Jonathan Kreisel, the mayor himself, Kyle MacLachlan, legendary musician Amy Mann, and many more.
Kyle is going for it here. You fully improvised not just words, but a song, a melody.
Well, I thought I thought you were all going to write a song.
I remember you thinking that.
Listen to Podlandia, Ayo Rewatch on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My first guest is Paris Hilton, Shakira, Luke and Yerin, Samira y Gracie. I'm so excited.
On the bouncy bed.
You have surprises?
Many surprises.
Welcome to Suite 305, where the group chat comes to life. What up? Es como que una forma de decir como, hola amiga, hola mejor amiga, hola hermana, what up?
Mira, nunca lo había hablado con nadie. Excepto con mis hijos. Mis hijos sí saben. Yes.
Sé mi amante.
Uf. Punch. Qué increíble. Ya, la telenovela.
You're the only person I know that loves a yellow starburst. It's lemonade.
No hay alguien que te falta, como que tú dices, me gustaría colaborar con esta persona. This is Sweet 305. Listen to Sweet 305 with Lele Pons as part of My Cultura podcast network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Chelsea Handler from Dear Chelsea. Every week, the news gets worse, the world gets crazier, and Yamanika is here to tell whoever's responsible, you're the problem.
If you come over here to play games, I'ma check you, okay? If you do some in the news that don't sound good, I'ma play you.
Join Yamanika Saunders as she breaks down the week's most problematic stories on her new podcast, You're the Problem, with Yamanika.
Do you know I just found out who Sydney Sweeney was?
New episodes weekly every Wednesday as part of my new network, the Dear Chelsea Network.
If he got a bunch of women, then I should have a bunch of men. Do better or do less so I don't have to do so much.
So join Yamanika each episode as she answers one question. Who's the problem?
I'm Yamanika, and I'm out. Listen to You're the Problem with Yamanika on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
So I really don't want to coach. I have resolve, but I think I've moved on from resolve in that content, which really teaches the basics of healing your Black mother wound, which is how you gain autonomy, which is what healing the mother wound is about. It's about autonomy. It's not about the relationship with your mother. It's about agency. It's about owning who you are. And I'm in a new season, and I want to talk about new things. I've probably been saying that for the last, 6 months. I think I'm starting to talk about some new shit, but I don't want to do that. I'm not quite sure how I want to fully monetize what I have built. You know, Instagram don't pay you for posts. I really don't even post on Instagram talking about like that really anymore. I do want to become a speaker. I think doing the live podcast and having that and showing myself that I can do that work and showing other people, I think that is the next avenue for me, because I would like to have people in the room. I loved it. I loved it so much. I love talking to people. I love answering questions. I love talking about my experiences, what I know, how I know it, my insights. I love doing that in a group, in-person setting without the teaching component, because I'll go back to y'all don't fucking listen. And it can be like pulling teeth. And it's a lot. This work is so much emotional labor. That's the part you don't understand. It is so much mental and emotional labor, and just money coming back isn't enough. And I'm not going to say money coming back isn't enough. The amount of money I was making wasn't enough, especially with all of the back end work that goes into it. Takes a lot to run a coaching business, to do group courses, the sales pages, the email flows, the writing, the content, the answering questions when tech issues come up. It is so much, and I'm doing it all pretty much by myself, a little bit of help, but it is a big endeavor. And if I was to hire somebody to really dig in and help me, I probably wouldn't have any money left. So it's like I'm kind of was caught in a space with that. But I've been saying I was over coaching. So yeah, I'm gonna call myself a former coach. So until I find another project management job, I have started driving Uber, which I don't hate. I just am getting the hang of like the tips and the tricks and the strategies to make more money than I spend gas. That's the key. And I've also done something else. And this I talked about briefly at the live podcast. I also started a foot page. Yes, I did. And it's funny because I have been wanting to start a foot page probably for over a year now. Part of it for the financial gain of it. But I also realized, this is when y'all gonna get to know a little bit more about me. I'm a bit of a voyeur and kinkster, and have been exploring over the last couple of years different aspects of BDSM and the lifestyle, and discovering more about myself, what I like, what I don't like. And y'all know also, I think I've talked about this in the past, I don't like compartmentalizing my life. I think healing for me is integrating all the different sides of me and letting them all live on Front Street together, because they're all a part of me. And when I compartmentalize, when I hide parts of me, that hurts me. Like, it's so self-abandoning. It's so painful to do that, and I can't do it. I feel like I was about to say a smarter version of me, but that's not true. It's not a smarter version of me. Another version of me would be like, you know what? My work life is here. My community is here. And then my freaky shit is over here. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And I had to realize something. What was really happening. I have spent my entire life, and I'm just learning this. This is just coming to me at 51, y'all. This is just coming to me. I have spent my entire life trying to prove that I wasn't the person my mother and family thought I was. Everything was to prove them wrong. Now, who did they think I was? They thought that, even when they didn't say it out loud, this is how I was treated. Like, I was a fast, loose girl. Like, part of it, I'm sure, is because of my body shape and how black girls get sexualized. But there was so much emphasis on being a Christian, being smart, being hardworking. And the idea that you would ever get attention from people, attention from men, it was frowned upon. It was like, oh, we're better than that. You should be better than that. It was always like you being the bigger person, you being the better person. And it's funny because in the comments, I see y'all hoes, and I be cussing y'all out too. Especially, it's mainly on YouTube. When they want to say, you're too smart and beautiful and articulate of a woman to be using that kind of foul language. That type of shaming shit, I be cussing them the fuck out. And because that's what I was raised with. I was raised with, it's almost like I was on the verge of being, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why they thought that I was such a fucking Jezebel, just because I like crop tops and Daisy Duke, because I like to wear a little lipstick. I like to do the things that little girls do, but it was demonized in me so fucking early that I wanted to prove that I was a good person. So the things that naturally came to me, that I naturally enjoyed, I really shun those things. And come to find out, I might be a little bit of a Jezebel. I might be kind of fast. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like they push me into the arms of that. But what I said to myself was, bitch, why not just be that? What if you stop trying to prove people wrong? Because, I have somewhat of a public facing life to some degree, and it's like, oh, they gonna find out that she got a foot page. They gonna find out that, yeah, she posting pictures of her feet. She trying to be all thoughty and thirsty and whatnot, and I thought she was doing mother wound work, but she over there, she just a hoe. We knew she was a hoe. All that. Fine. God damn it, I'm a hoe. And I'm not gonna even, I might be, and if I am, I'm a good one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like realizing this is my fucking life. This is my one fucking life, and what am I gonna do with it? And nobody really at this point is picking up the pieces but me, so nobody gets a say but me. And I trust myself. I like myself. I believe in myself. And I was letting that really hold me back. Even in how there are aspects of mother wound where I wanted to show myself as being respectable, just in case, not just in case they're watching, because, oh, they are watching and they are listening. Hello, I know you're looking. I know you're listening. I know you're taking notes. I know you have all your fucking opinions. And I have let so much fucking shit slide with my motherfucking family. I don't even just mean my mama. But I do mean my mother's side of the family. I'm not talking about my daddy's side of the family. I'm talking about my mother's side of the family. Not everybody. But it's a nice little snug little group of women that I have shown a lot of mercy to. And I have allowed some type of influence from them because I didn't want them to think I had turned out to be who they said I was the whole time. And now I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm going to go ahead and be her. That's who I'm going to be. Because maybe that's who I really am. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have been judging my own self so harshly, who I am. Child, that shit is crazy. That's all I got to say. But the buck stops here. And this is where I am on my fucking healing journey. I'm at a spot where I'm willing to burn the house down because the shit is infected. It's infested. It needs to be knocked down. So the real home can be built on the foundation that I set, not the foundation that society and my mother and that crony group have set up for me that I've tried to prove wrong. I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm going to tell you, the shit feels fucking amazing. It feels amazing because who gonna fucking check me? Can't nobody beat my ass. Can't anybody take anything that I have. What I have, whether it be a lot or a little, can't a motherfucker take it from me. Can't nobody come and say they are the reason that I fucking have it. This is the life I built. And I've been teetering back and forth, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Now I'm gonna tell you something my mama used to say now. You split the fence, you get split. No, you straddle the fence, you get split wide open. You know that's some country shit, but it is the realest thing you ever gonna hear on this podcast. So I'm like, stop straddling the fucking fence. And it feels so, I can't even explain to y'all the freedom that it feels when you realize that nobody can check you, nobody can punish you, nobody can take it away from you. That is autonomy. When you can really be your full self, so much more is coming and comes. And let me explain something to y'all, because you know your girl, this should be different. Even with the foot page, they found me from my main page. So the conversations that these men are having with me are beyond feet. There's feet conversations. Okay, yes, there are. But there are also these conversations about shame and how they have been made to feel less than. They've been shamed. They've been ostracized. They've been made fun of. And somehow they think that I can normalize men liking feet and women showing feet because I have not separated those two worlds. I haven't really separated Black Mother Wound and Jennifer from feet. And I was like, wow, let me find out this work goes so deep and every part of me can be used to do the Lord's work. Hallelujah. Even if it's these soles and these motherfucking toes. Okay. But yes, that's what's been going on over here. And I know what I'm going to talk about next week. I hope if I don't forget, somebody remind me. Some of y'all don't want autonomy until you know that it's going to work. And you want to lean on dysfunctional relationships that support you financially, and you still want to heal at the same time. I'm gonna talk. That's what y'all need. That's what y'all need to hear. Because what I want you to understand is you got to put your whole body in the fire. You've got to be burned down to a crisp to come back. And I know it's scary because a long time I resisted it. And the more I resisted it, the more chaotic and unfulfilling my life was. But baby got a pep in her step right now. And nobody can take it away. And it feels good not to be beholden to the judgment and the thoughts of others, and this whole respectability politics and this whole Puritan culture. Jennifer, you're better than that. You're more than that. You can do this. You can do that. Like, shut the fuck up. There is no better than. There is like that whole hierarchy of being. That shit is anti-black. That shit is misogynistic. That shit is so. That's like the colonizer's mind thinking that you can be a better person if you do these things. And then what will the fucking reward be? That people just think you're a better person? Like the currency of people thinking you a good person, it don't hold no motherfucking weight. It don't pay bills. It don't keep you warm at night. It doesn't satisfy you. It doesn't light up your soul. It's just this external thing that you get to use, and you go home and you feel lonely and fucked up and unsatisfied. But at least when people see you, they get to say you made all the right choices. Please, whatever you do not get caught up in that shit right there. Whatever you do, okay, come out of it. Come toward the light, y'all. Okay, that's all I got for y'all. I'm about to get up here and get some other stuff done with my day. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you to everybody who came out to the live podcast. Love you endlessly. And don't let nobody play in your fucking face, especially not you. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Black Mother Wound podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and make sure you comment, subscribe, and rate the show. You can keep the conversation going over on IG at Black Mother Wound, and click the link in the show notes to download the free Mother Wound Healing Guide. See you next week.
Hey, Portlandia fans.
Carrie Brownstein and Fred Armisen here.
The dream of the 90s is alive in podcast form.
We're launching Podlandia, AO Rewatch, our brand new podcast where we revisit every episode of Portlandia together, breaking down sketches, going deep on our iconic characters, and pulling back the curtain on how it all got made.
And we'll also be joined by the people who helped bring it all to life. Guest stars, collaborators, and friends, including director Jonathan Kreisel, the mayor himself, Kyle MacLachlan, legendary musician Amy Mann, and many more.
Kyle is going for it here. You fully improvised not just words, but a song.
Well, I thought you were all going to write a song.
I remember you thinking that. Listen to Podlandia, AO Rewatch on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, fam? I'm sports journalist Ari Chambers.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sam J.
And we're the hosts of Everyone Watches Women's Sports, a new podcast from Together and iHeart Women's Sports.
We're breaking down the biggest headlines.
Naomi Osaka showing out.
Shout outs to you, Naomi.
The viral moments.
I've been obsessed with Krishan Rock's boxing journey. She looks good. Her combos are swift.
And the stories everyone's talking about across women's sports.
Because everyone watches women's sports. Listen to Everyone Watches Women's Sports
on the iHeartRadio app,
Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Chelsea Handler from Dear Chelsea. Every week, the news gets worse, the world gets crazier, and Yamanika is here to tell whoever's responsible, you're the problem.
Do you know I just found out who Sydney Sweeney was? If he got a bunch of women, then I should have a bunch of men. Do better or do less so I don't have to do so much. I'm Yamanika, and I'm out. Listen to You're the Problem with Yamanika on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Rock stardom doesn't just create stars. It creates monsters, murders, and myths. Who are the conspiracy theorists accusing Lady Gaga of murdering? I'm Jake Brennan, and on the Disgraceland podcast, I explore the wild lives of rock stars and unbelievable true crime stories from music history. Disgraceland is now part of the Exactly Right network in iHeart Podcasts. New episodes Tuesdays, bonus episodes Thursdays, and rewinds on Sunday. Listen to Disgraceland on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.